As families mourn, the investigation continues into the delayed response to the mass shooting in Uvalde.
I want to know specifically who was receiving the 911 calls.
Texas State Senator Roland Gutierrez is raising questions. He says he was told by the Commission on State Emergency Communications that 911 calls were directed to the city police, and it's unclear if that crucial information was relayed to the school district's police chief, who was the incident commander.
Uvalde PD was the one receiving the 911 calls for 45 minutes, while officers were sitting in a hallway 19 officers were sitting in a hallway for 45 minutes. We don't know if it was being communicated to those people or not.
The Uvalde Police Department and the Commission on Emergency Communications have not yet responded to CNN's request for comment. District Attorney Christina Mitchell Busby wouldn't speak to CNN this morning. She was escorted to her car by security.
There's a lot of information that needs to come out.
As we get a look at the first warrants submitted in the hours after the shooting, granting permission to search the suspect's cell phone, car, and home, where police found more cartridges, high-capacity magazines, and a laptop. This as new details emerge about a fourth-grade teacher at Robb Elementary who was on the phone with her husband, an officer with the school district's police department, before she died. The New York Times is reporting that Eva Mireles was in her classroom with the shooter, speaking to her husband as he was forced to wait outside the building with his unit. She's in the classroom and he's outside. It's terrifying. Uvalde County Judge Bill Mitchell, who spoke with deputies, tells the paper. Mitchell told the Times he doesn't know exactly what was said or if her husband shared any details about the call to his supervisor in charge of the scene. But as the communication and decision-making by police is called into question, this conversation suggests at least one person had access to real-time information from an adult in the classroom. It took responders 80 minutes to enter the classroom from the time they received the first call. Uvalde's mayor is also frustrated by the police response. Don McLaughlin says he rushed to the staging site the day of the shooting and was placed in a room with someone he referred to as a negotiator, who he says tried to call the gunman but did not get through.
I wasn't there at the initial, but at the moment he went in that classroom, they were trying to get numbers and call. They tried his every number they could find.
McLaughlin does not believe the negotiator was aware of any 911 phone calls from inside the classroom.
But while I was there, I did not hear the 911 calls. I can assure you, had we been aware of it, or I would have been aware of it, I would have been screaming.